There are three options available for treatment of iron deficiency anemia. The first, what you can do is you can transfuse packed red blood cells. In short, it is known as PRBC. Means you can transfuse red cells. You can supplement oral, and this supplementation can be done by oral route or can be parenteral. Okay. So in red blood cell, there are very limited number of indications. Like patient is having very severe symptomatic anemia, but you will not forget to send investigation before transfusing the blood. Okay. Otherwise, you will end up in nowhere. The red cell indices and the hemoglobin, this iron parameters will fall in different categories. Different values fall in different categories. Okay. So don't forget to send investigation before transfusing. The indication are if patient is severely symptomatic with anemia, there is cardiovascular instability, there is incessant or continuous or excessive loss of blood. Okay. What is the importance of red cell transfusion? It will stabilizes our patient. Apart from that, it will also supply the iron because it is going to recycle inside the body because there is no mechanism to excrete iron. Okay. As I told before, 1 ml of packed cell contain around 1 mg of elemental iron. Okay. And if you are transfusing packed red blood cell, each unit of packed cell is expected to increase hemoglobin by 1 gram per deciliter. Okay. Second option with us is oral iron therapy. Oral iron therapy is a preferred route of iron supplementation unless contraindicated or not tolerated, or there are acute need. We will discuss in parenteral. Okay. The usual dose of iron is 200 milligram of elemental iron per day. Okay. This iron should be given preferably at single dose and and uh, preferably to be taken at empty stomach because the food will decrease the bioavailability. But problem with empty stomach is it will cause more and more gastric irritation. And this gastric irritation, gastric intolerance is a cause of non-compliance to the iron therapy. Okay. What duration do you require to treat? You will require to treat this iron deficiency till 6 to 12 months further from the iron level become normal. Okay, to replenish the stores. Okay. What you expect if you are giving iron deficiency, if you are replacing the iron, the very first thing patient will notice is clinical improvement. Patient start regaining his appetite or appetite. Some patient may be having history of pica or pagophagia. This is the very first thing to improve. In the biochemical parameters, reticulocyte count will be very first to increase. The reticulocyte count will increase on the 4th to 7th, yani first week of treatment, and it will reach its maximum in 1.5 weeks. The iron is expected to rise after 2 weeks, and the maximum effect will be on 6 to 8 weeks. In 6 to 8 weeks, we will expecting that the hemoglobin will rise. The hemoglobin start rising after 2 weeks. Okay. And if iron supplementation is adequate, we will expect at least 1 to 2 gram iron increase per week. Okay. Okay. If there is no response, you are giving iron and there is no response, then you should inquire about the compliance or absorption. Compliance, you can ask the patient, but it is depends upon patient. You want to tell or not. Okay. Then there is something you can do is iron tolerance test. In iron tolerance test, what you do, you take 2 tablets of the iron, give to the patient empty stomach, then estimate the iron subsequently for 2 to 3 hours. There should be at least 100 microgram increase in the serum iron. Okay, then means the absorption is okay. Okay, there are what are the this side effects of oral iron therapy? Most of the cases it is GI intolerance, means patient can develop abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting and constipation. In iron therapy, constipation is far more common than diarrhea. In fact, constipation is quite common. Diarrhea is quite rare. There are few oral preparation available with us like ferrous sulfate, ferrous fumarate, ferrous gluconate and polysaccharide iron. Polysaccharide iron is 100% iron, means 150, this contain 150 mg of tablet, contain 150 mg of iron. While ferrous sulfate in 325, it contains 65 mg of elemental iron. Ferrous sulfate is 325 mg of tablet, contain 107 milligram of iron. And while ferrous gluconate contain 39 milligram of iron. Okay. The major problem with this iron therapy is GI intolerance. There are something we can do for improving tolerance. So tell me what you can do regarding increasing the tolerance, means decreasing the side effect of iron therapy. Question number 1. Question number 2. What are the strategies to increase the bioavailability of iron? Because when you are giving 200 milligram of elemental iron, not more than 50 milligram is going to absorb, and that as soon as this anemia start correcting, this absorption will decrease less and less. Okay, initially it may be 50 milligram, 250 milligram may be absorbed, but in later stages when hemoglobin comes to the normal, maybe just 1 milligram of the total dose is absorbed. Why it is so, and what you can do to improve bioavailability of the iron? There is two questions. First, what you can do to increase tolerance, and what you can do to increase bioavailability. Tell me after the class. Okay. Second option is parenteral iron therapy. In this parenteral iron therapy, there are very limited indications. The so very important in this intolerance to the oral iron is one should go to the parenteral therapy. Then in GI diseases, there is no absorption, so we have to go for parenteral therapy. And if the need is acute, okay, if there is ongoing blood loss, so each packed cell 1 milligram of iron will lose, so it will not cope up with oral iron, so you have to. And in erythropoietin therapy, this demand of iron is very high, so it cannot be fulfilled with the oral therapy. There are few preparations are available. In previously, there is high molecular weight dextran is available, but side effect was very high. The risk of anaphylaxis was very high with this. In recent days, this newer preparation has developed like ferumoxytol. In single injection, it will deliver 150 this 510 milligram. Sodium ferric gluconate 125 milligram. Ferric carboxymaltose in single dose it can deliver 750 milligram. Iron sucrose is 200. Low molecular weight iron dextran is it can deliver up to 1500 milligram iron in single injection. IV iron therapy, there are two strategies. You can do the TDI, that is total dose infusion in single setting, and you can repeat small doses over a protected period of time. How to calculate the iron, iron needed? So it is very important. It is repeatedly asked in BIBAS. So total body weight of the patient multiplies by 2.3, then iron, this hemoglobin deficiency. Normal hemoglobin is 15. If patient has 10, then 15 minus 10, and 1 gram or 500 to be added for this dose. So the iron needed will be total this body in body weight in kilogram multiplied by 2.3 multiplied by hemoglobin deficiency. and this can be infused over repeated small doses, or total dose infusion can be done. Okay, the major concern with this iron preparation is anaphylaxis. Okay, so anaphylaxis is very less with the newer preparations. What we can do, if you are if you want to transfuse larger number of larger dose, then you can dilute it in 5% dextrose or normal saline, then it can be infused over 60 to 90 minutes.